So our PYP goal was to integrate the inquiry-based learning in order to support the diverse needs of our EC students. Our learner profile, we put into just our own words: inquiries, be curious, knowledgeable, multiple disciplinary, thinkers, be critical and creative, communicators, collaborate effectively, principled, show integrity, open-minded, value diversity, caring, change the world, risk takers, resilience, balanced, well-being is important, and then reflective, explore our successes and failures.
And you take the big concept and let the kids roll. Through discussion, questioning, personal interests, research, and previous knowledge, students will be their own guides to the topic of interest. Yay. For example, how do sports reflect society as a whole? I wonder if we came up with that one. Inquire. This is when students guide their own questions and research on the central topic to create meaningful patterns of information which they will share through the agency of others. Discussions lead to inquire, like, I like sports. My favorite team is Hurricanes. No, man, I like the Caps. Where did hockey come from? Which team is better? What is hockey? I don't know.
Through inquiry, students gain a conceptual and global understanding of their knowledge. An action, we looked at it kind of like in what we would do to help teach this. Teach your EC student to be self-advocates and look beyond themselves in the classroom to the wider community. Role-playing, self-monitoring, student-led sessions, trial and error, learning, class discussions, student-led seminars, technology.
And then research. Research utilizing their voice, their choice, and sources they find to explore the concept in order to share their findings through the agency of the classroom, where they share to everybody, exchange ideas, everybody's respected, and there's no right or wrong answers, only more appropriate answers. EC students will feel empowered, respected as a part of the whole community, because no matter where they are on the reading level, writing level, whatever they find, they share is valued.
Next we have assessment.
Go ahead, you go ahead.
As a community, we will create assessments where everyone knows the criteria, motive, and method of, and for assessments, everyone will know and understand and create upon the expectations of the assessment. They will show real-world understanding of the topic. So the examples were, how do sports reflect society as a whole?
And I just came up 3, 2, 1. It sounded like bang, you know.
So three things.
Oh, go ahead.
3 things you learned, 2 things that were cool, 1 thing that is the most important to you.
And I put like the Mexican soccer fans and soccer fans, just to kind of relate to that, because Nacho Libre. You guys know that movie? Oh, differentiate for all through PYP. I mean, it's differentiate for all. It's no brainer, man. For EC students, PYP and inquiry-based learning lends itself to differentiation for all students with diverse needs. Everybody's different, everybody has different needs they gotta get out of things, you know? This also allows these students to see themselves as relevant and important parts of the community where they can be an expert and make a difference. And there's a little kid playing trees. There you go. That's our interpretation. I think that's it.
Alright, so we made a bulletin board for the classroom, and we took the first unit for 3rd grade and we took out the most important things that I would post in my room so that I can refer back to them and students can refer to them, and people from the district can come in or leadership can come in and see what we're doing. And so for unit 1 in 3rd grade, our theme was where we are in place and time. And our central idea was movement and change influence environments. Our concepts, which were our big ideas, our change, perspective, and connection. And to get to that concept and to understand it, we need to make sure that we have our attributes, which are open-minded, reflective, and being a communicator. Our lines of inquiry down here, which are kind of how we're going to start questioning our students about the concepts. We're going to start with an inquiry into multiple perspectives, an inquiry into characteristics of identity. Our approaches to learning that we're going to explicitly talk about to the students as we are teaching Unit 1 through Wonders are the social skills, communication skills, and research skills. So this is how, hopefully, my bulletin board in my classroom will look.
So we made a poster that is starting off kind of our central really big thing was the one thing we started to think about was the learner. And then when we thought about the learner, we were thinking about like that one learning profile that we learned about. And then down here were the roots, were the 10 attributes that we want for our one learning profile. So we had created kind of our really deep attributes that we want to be able to incorporate for our students and have them be that learner. And then we started branching off into our branches, which our first branch was the learner and some of the different things that we've learned about for that, and then the learning and the teaching. We did the learning and then the community as well as one of our branches to incorporate into our one learner.
Connections.
Yes.
Over everything that we're learning, we've got our transdisciplinary themes. So all of those 6, I believe, themes are going to be all of our units of inquiry throughout the year. And from those themes, you get your central ideas. And the central ideas will be different for each grade and unit, but they're gonna go towards the ground and enrich what's going to come from that. And we wanted to show that some of that growth also has to do with student agency. So the central ideas help students grow in their voice, in their choices, and in their ownership. And we wanted to also incorporate from underneath the central ideas, there's all of our key concepts. But when we think about the key concepts, some of them are a lot easier to approach, like form, but some of them you have to dig deeper to get to. So,
up in the corner, the sun is representing your approaches to learning. And coming off of that, the sunbeams, the sun rays, are your 5 approaches to learning. You have the social, you have the research, you have the thinking, the communication, and of course, the self-management.
And then finally our action, because we're dealing with the green theme here, our action was please don't miss the flowers.
it's like, yeah.
Good job. It's the IB for me. It's the IB. I can't take it.
Ready? 1,
Yep.
2, 3.
IB PYP. Inquiring-based learning with collaboration and agency.
Brings out curiosity, reflection,
pride and ownership in learning.
You take responsibility and risks.
Preparing to act as a global citizen.
That's our IB PYP.